Welcome back to the new of chapter 1, that is turning forces. First, as a summary, we can check it into which are the main important numerical areas we can focus in. First of all, how to find out the moment of force, that is by using the equation that is force into perpendicular distance. And next, based upon the principle of moment, we can see that some of the practical problems or numerical we can solve using this, and these are the main areas of numerical we are going to discuss today. For the first topic, that is moment of force, and here comes one question for it. Moment of force of 5 Newton about a point is 2 Newton meter. Calculate the distance of the point from the point of application of the force. Here we can see that moment of force is given as 2 Newton meter and the force is 5 Newton. Here we can use the formula for it, that is moment of force is equal to force into perpendicular distance. That is, here we need to find out here the distance using this formula. That is, first we have to substitute as 2 Newton meter is equal to 5 into perpendicular distance, or the distance of the point from the point of application of the force, and that is finally we will get as, when we are dividing 2 Newton meter upon 5 Newton, we will be reaching as 0.4 meter, and we are representing all the quantities in the terms of its SI unit. So here is the first important numerical from this topic. So let's check the second numerical. A meter scale has a mass of 140 gram and center of mass at 49.5 centimeter. This meter scale is supported at the center of mass using a knife edge clamp of mass 20 gram. An unknown mass is hung at 19.5 centimeter. Balance is obtained when 150 gram mass is hung at 69.5 centimeter. So here the question is, draw a free body diagram for the meter scale and determine the unknown mass. So that means here you can see how to represent a free body diagram. Free body diagram means it is representing which are the main forces acting on it. 19.5 centimeter and 49.5 centimeter and 69.5 centimeter. These are the main measurements of the length, the weights in order to balance the meter scale. And here you can see that the meter scale is balanced at 49.5 centimeter. And also on the other side, 69.5 centimeter, we are keeping 150 gram. And we need to measure or unknown mass we are going to hang on the other side of this meter scale in order to balance it. So let's check this question based upon the principle of moment. What is the principle of moment? Says the clockwise moment is equal to the anti-clockwise moment. And also, before getting into the numerical part of it, check all the length are given in CGS unit, and also see the masses are also given in the CGS unit. So no need to change it into any other SI unit. So you can maintain in the same way, and or in the final results also you can represent it in the CGS unit. Consider the mass which we need to find out, or the weight which we need to find out as unknown weight. So that is given by the letter W, which is giving the clockwise moment over here, that is 69.5 centimeter and 150 gram, and other side we can take it as anti-clockwise moment. First we will find out what is the clockwise moment, and that is, here we can see the force we are taking it as gram force, that is 150 gram force. Representing it as in terms of mass, we only need to write as 150 gram. Here we are considering as the weight of the object. That means we are representing in the terms of the force. So we have to write the 150 gram in the terms of 150 gram force, and we are multiplying by the perpendicular distance. And what is the perpendicular distance over here? 69.5 is the point of application of force, and also the axis of rotation is at 49.5 centimeter. So the difference between these both is 69.5 minus 49.5, and finally we will get as 150 gram into the difference between these both, that is 20. So we got the clockwise moment, and next we will see what is the anti-clockwise moment. So here also we are writing the unknown mass in the terms of the force. When we are writing as the W gram force into the perpendicular distance. Axis of rotation, when we are considering the anti-clockwise moment, that is 49.5, and the force is applied at the point of 19.5, and the distance between them will gives the perpendicular distance. So what is the difference between them? We can say that is 30. The unknown weight is equal to 150 into 20 upon 30, or we can write as that is equal to, after solving it, 100 gram force. And finally we can write in the terms of mass as 100 gram. The second numerical, you have learned how to apply the principle of moment, and next we can see one more numerical based upon this, that given the following figure below, where A has a weight of 168 gram force and B has a weight of 272 gram force, and the weightless beam is 120 centimeter long. Locate the center of gravity where the fulcrum should be placed. That means here we are going to check where we have to place the fulcrum or the axis of rotation, at which point will be the axis of rotation. So here the force is given in the terms of weight. It is given as 168 gram force, and that should be at a distance, we are considering it as x from the fulcrum, and also on the other side of it we are total distance of the beam is 120. So the distance between these both will be 120 minus x. That will be the perpendicular distance from the fulcrum to the weight, that is 272 gram force. Here also we are using the principle of moment, and here we can see that first we will find out the clockwise moment and also the anti-clockwise moment. Clockwise moment, here it is 272 into the distance between the fulcrum and the weight, we are considering it as 120 minus x. Anti-clockwise moment, we can take it as 168 is the weight of it, and also the distance from the weight to the fulcrum, we are taking it as x. So that means 168x is the anti-clockwise moment. So finally when we are solving it, we will come across x is equal to 74 centimeter from the weight of 168 gram force. The first numerical, you come across how to find out the moment of force. Second one, to draw the diagram of it, to apply the principle of moment, you have learned about it. And also in the third one, if the weights are given, how we will find out where will be the axis of rotation. I'm sure that you are all clear with the three numericals which we have discussed, and thank you.